Troy with the big gold belt, or like it goes on and on. Fucking, so you'd see some West Coast cat with the Western States belt, and only True School Wrestling fans would get it, though. Others, like, it says Western States champ, okay, but no, True School Wrestling, yo! That's the infamous Western States Heritage title that Dusty just created out of nothing, no way. But I loved it. I love that title. So that would be a special one. And that's it. I don't need no more titles. There's so many titles right there. You don't have to do as much, but I'm giving my U.S. title to, you know what? I'm going to give my U.S. title to Undertaker, Big Evil. Then my TV title, I'm giving to Kevin Von Erich. And then my women's title, Bayley off the bat. The World Tag Team straps. Ooh, it's a tough one because I do got, you know what, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, because they're gonna be pissing people off. And Hogan's of course in contention to take the big title. NWO doing their thing. U.S. Tag Team straps, I'm gonna give it to. You have the Freebird rule. Well, it's gonna be now extended to 5. All members of the Midnight Express that I picked. They're going to be holding the U.S. Tag Team straps. They'll eventually, they're going to, lose it, whatever. But right now, they're going to be, and it's mostly going to be Stan and Bobby. But they're all going to, my Midnight Express faction is going to be crazy. Eventually, they'll splinter. But right now, so that's it. What's yours? Oh, and Western States title, I always got to give it to Barry Windham, like I do on WWTK19, which deletes, like, unless it's the titles that is selected in, what's this? Someone, hold up. Let's see, we got a call? Let's merge this cat. Let's see who this is.
For real?
Hello! Check 1, 2. You're live right here on What the Fuck, another fun podcast.
I'll tell my mommy on you, and then you sit there and sigh and cry. I can't believe it's true. Look at me, Danielle Allen. I'm dancing. I am dancing.
Vandal Drummond. Oh, shit. You're calling in the last 10 minutes of the show, but still, it's always a treat. What's good, man?
Oh, man, everything is beautiful, man. One step closer to another astral plane, but hanging on to this one at the same time, embracing it, loving it for what it is.
Well,
yes,
happy holidays, happy holidays.
Point up ahead.
Happy holidays, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Merry Xmas, Merry every fucking thing, Merry McQuanaka, peace, blessings, respect, happy Kwanzaa too, Merry Kwanzaa, happy whatever, happy holidays, right here on What the Fuck.
We are all one. We are all one. Because you got to understand, Jesus Christ is hanging with Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna is hanging with Yolanta, the space god, who is hanging with the Jesus, and they're all hanging with all the other gods that have been imagined or unimagined, and they will all come to acquire to say, oh man, Daddy didn't tire, but he made $1 million out of Standard Oil, and gee, I'm his only child, baby. You're awfully wild, always awfully wild. We are all one.
Hey,
every last one of us.
Vando, real quick. So we thank you for gracing us with your presence, Lord of Vando Drummond. But no, for real, man.
Thank you. That totally.
You cats are so wild. You cats are so wild. You guys rock.
We were doing our promotions. We just picked 35 wrestlers for our promotions. We're not going to go over those again, but we're now picking our champions, and I'm doing the old Crockett titles basically for my. But it's got different type of wrestlers. Like I got Undertaker 2002. In the NWA, along with versus like Nick Aldis, the NWA champion, who's one of my favorite. But I put the big gold. I got the Western States Heritage title up in there. Gave it to Barry Windham, of course, he's got like Harlem Heat over there, and I got the Road Warriors, like, and he picked some good ones first. So I was like, "Fuck you, man," because he even picked the Great Muta, which was one of my picks, but he got to him first. So we just basically did a draft, and we, all this, and I'm doing like my champions right now are Nick Aldis, world champion, along with U.S. champion was who the fuck did I say, Eddie? God, I'm buzzed and Blazini right now.
Big Dick Hurts from Dallas, Texas.
Speaking of Texas, I did give the TV strap, the big old silver belt, to Kevin Von Erich. Kevin Von Erich. And then I gave...
but if I like that, I dig that, but if I could insert the 36th wrestler, like the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, I want to bring in Ace Womack. Ace Womack, the man so tough, Vince McMahon Sr., pays him $50,000 a year not to wrestle. That's what Dr. Jerry Graham told me. And remember, Dr. Jerry Graham never, ever told a lie. He makes Honest Abe Lincoln look like Dr. Mike Lano.
Hey, Eddie, real quick, he's got to do his. But I remember my U.S. champion was Undertaker 2002, Big Evil, Biker Taker, and then my tag team champions, I definitely was given to. Oh yeah, the U.S. tag team champion did the Freebird rule, but with all 5 members of the Midnight Express: Randy Rose, Dennis Condrey, Stan Lane, Bobby Eaton, and Norvell Austin. It's the ultimate Freebird rule. They're running roughshod in my promotion. And then the World Tag Team Champions I gave to...
God bless you for bringing up Randy Rose, often overlooked. I know he wasn't like main event material, but he was talented.
Yes, he was, and I just love that old feud that didn't really it fizzled out, and of course, that we all know the history with everything we've heard a million times from Jim Cornette. But we actually tonight's match review was without Jim Cornette, Midnight Express, Stan Lane, and Bobby Eaton versus the Rock and Roll Express. Tag team straps were on the world tag team straps were on the line, with the Midnight Express holding the U.S. tag team title. It was reversed at the end, but the Midnight Express took it, but then they were disqualified because Big Bubba came in. Classic match on the Great American Bash Tour 1987, and that was our review tonight. And it was great because we were when I was watching, and we were talking about how great these matches. When we then later on picked tonight our wrestlers, I had to go because I love all the incarnations of looking, with the Midnight Express, especially going now and looking back in the history. Pre even Jim Cornette is with the whole, like I said, Norvell Austin, Randy Rose, Dennis Condrey, and I think even Wayne Ferris, Honky Tonk Man, was like kind of part of loose affiliate to the original Midnight Express faction, or whatever it could be called. So I was definitely really just had to take him because this motherfucker, Mr. Kayfabe Eddie Calhoun, picked a lot of good wrestlers from the get-go. And it's like, this is our dream promotions. Like, if we could run the world with wrestlers. And then of course, you add in 36. So you added 36. But to who, though? So mine, to NWA, or XPW? So now you got to add 36 to both, man. Where does Ace Womack go? NWA or...
Ace Womack. Ace Womack schools them all.
So he's just the 36 the one. He's like the One Punch Man. He's the one.
He's the one. Itchy Bond baby. Carl Gotts looks like Spaceman Frank Hickey, and compared to him, and I have great respect for Spaceman Frank Hickey. So I do say Ace Womack, Itchy Bond baby, #1, numero uno, daddy-o.
Eddie, what's your title picture look like? What are you calling a world title or universal title, whatever the heck? What's your thing? Who's what and what and what?
All right, the world title design I'm going for is, I love belts. You understand that? This was a hard one, but my world title is going to be the design of the AWA Championship, the big plate.
Oh, the dinner plate belt. Okay.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing. I don't have a world champion yet. I'm gonna crown him at my first dream, at my first fantasy event.
What's your second? What's your secondary title? Because we do got the last 4 minutes of the show.
My secondary title is going to be the IC title. The IC championship design, the Macho Man one.
Oh,
That's my favorite one.
86. Well, technically,
Yeah, the 86.
Tito Santana got it first. After after Greg the Hammer Valentine, I think, fucked up that other previous Intercontinental title.
All right, so that belt design, that's going to the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe.
Oh, okay.
My television title, which of course everyone knows what television title I'm talking about,
ECW.
the WCW.
Oh, WCW.
The last one they had.
The big goal that was thrown in the trash by Scott Hall, unfortunately.
Yeah, that favorite title design. That one was a tough one, but I'm gonna put that one on Too Cold Scorpio.
Okay. And
my tag team title design. See that one was a fucking difficult one because I've seen so many awesome tag team title designs. Because I was thinking,
it is a tricky one. I gotta give you that. It's a tricky one because you gotta say Danny Billman on top.
What was that, Vando?
The Ding Dongs on top.
Oh.
Ding Dongs go over. Ding Dong in the final. It's the Ding Dongs over the Road Warriors. And
Oh, shit. All right, so you maybe do a tournament for the tag team straps and your thing. So what about your women's division, your women's title?
Oh, no, I'm not doing a tournament. My tag team champs are the Stunning Steve Austin and Brian Pillman, the Hollywood Blonde.
All right. What about your women's title?
And my women's champion is going to be the woman who could be the face of any fucking promotion if anyone worth their grain of salt. The queen of wrestling, Sarah Del Rey, is my women's champion. Start off.
All right. I gave my women's strap to Bailey. And then are you going to do a secondary like a Intercontinental Tag Team belts or a TV Tag Team belts or anything like that, or no?
No, I'm going to do. See, this was a hard one. I'm going to have a hardcore title, but I'm going to call it the Extreme Championship because XPW. My Extreme Champion is going to be Cactus Jack.
Okay, it was always a good one to pick. And is that it for your titles?
Yeah.
All right, cool. And then we're gonna have to, like I said, we can go back and we have to remember all these. Like at least we recorded this part particular on a separate thing, so I could send that to you. But you know what? It's crazy. It's the last one. We're gonna get more into our dream promotions. If I ruled the world, but nonetheless. It's 1 minute and 40 seconds, and we're counting down. Thank you, Vando, for the surprise. It's always a pleasure. If you had, I'm glad.
Yep.
You are always welcome here. This is your home, too. You kick your feet up on the couch.
Thank you, both of you. Thank you, both of you. You, Daniel and Eddie, you guys are awesome.
And you're awesome, too, good sir. But thank you. Tune in, of course, What the Fuck Motherfucker Wrestling Podcast, as well as Bipolar Boombox Volume 5150, 730, with my homie Pat G. Came back, and I'm so happy, man. Even though he talked about old homie that passed away last year in Chicago due to street violence. Buddy C, rest in power. I gave you a shout out, of course, on Bipolar Boombox, but got to do it on here because I know I got old freestyles of this young cat talking about I'm coming, run, gunning, and stone cold stunning, because he was a wrestling fan, and it was just cool. He was a young cat. He's a good graph artist, too, true school hip-hop head. Unfortunately died of gun violence and just bullshit. But he gets definitely a shout-out for being a true school wrestling head on this show, as well as one of my old radio shows back in college. Radio college days, and I had a whole crew of freestyles from all over the nation at this little bitty college in New England. So shout out to Pat G. Thank you for I know you tune into the archives here on this once in a while. I gotta say, last 10, 15 seconds, whatever the fuck. Peace, blessings, respects. We will be back on What the Fuck Another Fucking Wrestling Podcast. Be safe out there in the Holly Blaze season. Wear your masks. Stay safe. If you do your bubble work so you can get out.